Brand new swing state polls show Harris edging ahead of Trump in critical battlegrounds, including Wisconsin, where our next guest is running to unseat Democrat Senator Tammy Baldwin.
So what will it take to win over voters in the Badger State? GOP Senate candidate Eric Hovde joins us now. Eric, great to see you again this morning on Fox and Friends. So this polling is pretty concerning. There's been various polls have come out over the last couple of weeks showing, I guess, this enthusiasm for Kamala is somewhat real. I don't know if I can trust the poll. That's what you're here for, though. You're in the state of Wisconsin. What are you hearing on the ground? Do you see that this, I don't know if it's a honeymoon period, I don't know if it's real, but what are you hearing from people in Wisconsin?
Look, people in Wisconsin are terribly concerned of what's happened to their lives economically and domestic safety. Real wages fell under Joe Biden. You've never had a time frame where over a 3-year period, people's real incomes fell because of inflation. When I'm out there talking to people, what are they talking about? The price of food, the price of housing, the access to housing, how broken our healthcare system's becoming. And a big topic has been the cost of car insurance, because everybody's gotten that terrible car insurance bill. I don't put a lot in polls. Number one, President Trump, if you go back and look both before the 2020 race and the 2016 race in Wisconsin, he was down by 7% in one poll and by 6% in another. And he won once and he lost by a hair the next time. Polls move all over, and a lot of these polls are just junk. The real issue is what is happening to the American public. Look, we're in Wisconsin. We've really, like every state, has felt the brunt of this fentanyl crisis because of the open border, the crime issues because of the open border. People are having a hard time getting access to housing and health care, not just because it's already constrained, but when you pour in anywhere from 10 on a minimum, but potentially as high as 16 million illegal immigrants. That's compounded it. So you got a perfect trifecta of Harris, who's one of the, I think was voted the most liberal senator, Walz, who's the most liberal governor, and Senator Tammy Baldwin, who's, I think she's voted the second most extremely liberal. So I think Wisconsinites are going to reject the three of them.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're right. Tammy Baldwin is one of the most liberal senators in the U.S. Senate. However, she does a really good job. I used to live in Wisconsin. She does a good job of flying under the radar, acting like she's just a mom next door. So what has your campaign done to expose her record?
Talking about the issues, because what do people care the most about? Again, the economy. She voted for every single one of the crazy spending bill of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, which ignited the inflation. She voted to not close the border and then voted to open the border, which, as I said, causes all these layers. I call it the rotten onion, the issue with access to housing, healthcare, the crime issues, the issue of fentanyl. And they've created a humanitarian crisis. They can't account for almost 100,000 children. So they've been wrong on everything. And then look at this. They all support boys playing in girls' sports. It's insane what they stand for. Men going into females' bathrooms. Transgendering. Tammy Baldwin gave all our taxpayer money to a transgender clinic that helps kids go through that without telling their parents. This is how extreme they are. It's the same crazy thing that Governor Walz voted for in Minnesota, where literally if a parent doesn't support their child getting transgender, the child can be taken away from them. So I just think we need to talk consistently about the issues and how they have failed.
Yeah, and certainly and combine Harris to the Biden administration. Right now, she's trying to pretend like she was not a part of it for these last 3 years. Eric Hovde, thank you very much for your time this morning. And
thank you. Everybody have a wonderful day.
Have a wonderful day. And I'm certain you will have the strongest mustache in the Senate.
It's always commented upon. It's the mustache of America.
It's very Tom Selleck. I'm just saying.
Right. Looking good. Looking good. Appreciate it, sir.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.